it was such powerful content to have, and I did not expect that from the class, to bring out such serious content in the topics. And it really opened the eyes for everyone, and hopefully it did the same for the audience, because I can relate to almost everything on that on a personal matter, and I'm sure a lot of the other students were able to do that as well.
It's a good thing. I broke up with my girlfriend. It's a good thing, right?
Yeah, you should be happy now.
Now you come out with us.
Didn't I tell you guys I loved her?
You just thought you loved her.
Listen, bro, it's a whole bunch of mind shit. You think you do, but you really don't.
What kind of friends are you guys?
Good ones?
You realize I broke up with her for you.
Yeah.
So, what's your point?
I lost a loved one. And then you guys are telling me that this is a good idea, this is what I'm supposed to do?
I don't want to hear all that. Here, man, look, Press, take it.
No, I'm not taking
it.
it. No, I'm not taking it.
Take it.
Bro,
No,
make you feel
stop! I'm not taking anything.
Oh, man, you're tripping.
Shut out, bro.
What have I done? I wish I could run away from this ship going under. Just like
Dr. Marshall, I was wondering, why don't teenagers ask for help when they're going through depression?
That's a question I could ask you. No, I'm teasing. Or I could ask all of you guys. I mean, we psychiatrists, I need to learn from you what is intimidating or what is so awful about seeing a psychiatrist. Psychiatry or psychiatrists maybe have a bit of a bad rep. Maybe teenagers think that psychiatrists are on a power trip and they just want to control your mind by putting you on pills. Or maybe you think that psychiatrists are crazy, like other doctors, and there have been lots of movies made about psychiatrists that are crazy. So there's even stigma about psychiatrists and psychiatry. But seriously, it is true that a lot of teenagers are very reluctant to seek help. Sometimes the reason is also because it's the parents that are making or behind the kid going to seek help. And a lot of times teenagers don't want to do what their parents want them to do, even if it's in their own best interests. So I've seen kids who come and they've been lied to. They said, oh, you're just going to go see the doctor. And they think they're going to see their family doctor or their pediatrician. And then they come into my office and they say, well, I'm not wearing a white coat, and I don't have any blood pressure cuff, and I don't have any examining equipment. So they're kind of looking at me strange, and I say, well, I'm a psychiatrist. And they go, what? I thought I was just seeing my doctor. The parents lied to them. I've had parents bribe their kids to come and see a psychiatrist. Maybe you're thinking that's not such a bad deal, because the kids get $10, or they get another Xbox game or something, or they get, bribed into coming. That isn't the best way to. So usually the reasons are shame, embarrassment. Talking to a stranger is not easy, because a psychiatrist is going to be asking you private questions, questions about your private thoughts, and you don't know the person. So it can be hard to talk to a stranger. The flip side is maybe it's easier to talk to a stranger. It's hard to tell your best friend maybe some thoughts that you think are weird, or your parents. So the flip side, what I would say is, it's maybe easier to tell a stranger. And it's going to be a professional relationship. So shame, embarrassment, fear that the psychiatrist is going to control you, not wanting to do things just because your parents are telling you to do it. Those, I think, are a lot of the reasons that teenagers are reluctant to seek help. But I would hope that as a result of today, you feel less afraid to ask for help. So absolutely, I think events and projects like this are just the beginning. We have to think of mental health as part of the everyday curriculum. So ideally, like anti-bullying, you create what we would call an ethos, a value system in the school where everybody's respected, everybody is sensitive to the needs of others. Last year I went away for 5 weeks to Australia. I did a mini sabbatical. And one of the things that really impressed me about Australia was one day out of the year, they have a day, and it's called How Are You Feeling Day. And everybody in the whole country is expected to go up to a stranger and ask them, how are you feeling today? And it's a wonderful example of countrywide empathy. So you're supposed to ask somebody you have no idea, you've never met them before, and you're probably never going to meet them again, and it doesn't matter because you just demonstrate empathy and sensitivity by going up to them and saying, how are you feeling? How are you doing? So if we could create that kind of caring atmosphere in the school, that would definitely be a goal of what we want projects like this to trigger. So to change the values of mental health so that it becomes seamlessly integrated into the everyday functioning of the school. On a more formal level, we do want to introduce awareness of psychiatric illnesses into the curriculum. So next steps would be changing the curriculum, either of English or phys ed, to include knowledge about and recognition of the signs and symptoms of mental illness. And then, of course, increasing or improving the skills of the teachers so that they can act as triage. So screening for the kids who do come forward to them and say, I'm really feeling lousy today, so that the teachers have a sense of, is this something I need to worry about? Is this something I can handle myself by talking to the kid a few times? Or is this something I need to refer to a professional? So if teachers could act as gatekeepers, as screening agents, because kids will often go to to teachers and other teenagers, but to teachers way before they would go to a psychiatrist. So the teachers are in an ideal situation to be that screener, that gatekeeper, that triage person. So that would be another goal that I'd have.